Tama, good morning.
Morena tātou e hui tahi nei I tēnei ata. Good morning everyone on this beautiful day. Ko ta mea nui e pai ana tā koutou nei aranga e whiwhi koutou I ngā heki. I hope you had a great Easter break and someone gave you an egg. I've got to be careful how I use that word because my friends use that word in a different term, but I won't share it today about eggs. Anyway, e te atua kaharawa koe nei mātou tuku whakamoemiti kia koe kia pā mai te aroha I runga I a mātou katoa te manu kāhui me ngā mema o te kauni hera o Kirikiri roa. E ngā tāngata e hopu I ngā kōrero nui mo ngā newspaper tēnei te mihi atu kia rātou hoki. E te atua ko koe tau mātou piringa manaki hoki ngā whānau pani ngā me e pauri ana I te pakanga o rākau ko tahake nei. Koe nei mātou e whakawhetai I rungi tingo tō mātou kai whakaora. Mo ake āmini. Tēnā koutou. Tēnā.
Thank you, Tama. Right, good morning, everyone. We'll start with the apologies. We have absence from Councillor Pike. I don't have any other apologies today. I'll move that the apologies be accepted. Thank you, Councillor Wilson. All in favour? Confirmation of the agenda. It is as set out, so I'll also move. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Angela. All in favour? Are there any declarations of interest on matters before us? No? Well, there's no public forum either. So we will now go into the confirmation of the Council open minutes on the 14th of March. It's been moved. Been seconded. Did you catch that yet?
I did.
Thank you. All in favour? Carried. Confirmation of the elected member open briefing notes of the 13th of March.
Moved.
Moved.
Just making sure I stay a second.
Thank you, Maxine.
Usually am.
All in favour? Right. Thank you. That brings us on to the Chair's report. I haven't missed one, have I? No. Oh, I've missed one confirmation. Sorry. Confirmation of elected briefing notes of the 20th of March. Moved. Seconded. Oh, second. Oh, Maxine, second. All in favour? Those carried. Thank you. Chair's report. I'm not going to speak to it very much. Oops. Just to say thank you for, I do want to put on public record a huge vote of thanks to all of those people who've been working so hard over the last 2 years to put together my upcoming trip to Ypres on the behalf of Hamiltonians for Anzac. I'm particularly grateful to the former Councillor Peter Boss as the last Post Association President. I'm also extremely grateful for Longveld Engineering for, at no cost to us, creating 2 fabulous, long-lasting tokens of art that will sit in the Hamilton Park in Ypres and put us on the map for all time. And they're stunningly beautiful. You've all seen a photograph of them, and as they age and take place in that park, they will become even more beautiful. So that is an extremely generous gift from Longveld Engineering to the city. I'm also very grateful because they're quite large, so they're not something I could have snuck in my suitcase. They're quite big. So I'm very grateful to porters who have been long-standing supporters of the Last Post Association who agreed to pick up the freight and freighted them for nothing as well. When I get to Ypres, I will be thanking the city of Ypres, the Last Post Association over there, and many others for the generosity that they have afforded us in our relationship with them over many years. And they have put together a most amazing itinerary. So I tell you, when my feet hit Ypres soil, I will not be sitting much. I'll be doing a lot of work, and I expect it to be a life-changing and humbling experience for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you so much for supporting me and Colonel Oli Tu'ua to be your representatives on this most important day. Also thanks to Angela for stepping in and being me, being herself as me. just as efficient to run council in my absence, because I'm taking a very small holiday on the end of it. So I am very grateful for that, Angela. Thank you very much. I know we were in really good hands. So all in all, I do need to note the staff. My staff have been working away on this for a very long time. So I do want to shout out particularly to Rochelle, who does my events and engagement, which has meant her often doing things quite late at night because it's a different part of the world. So thanks to her and Tash and the team for all of their support through this. And I know that Lance has been before, and he assures me that it will, in fact, be something that I will remember for all time. So enough on that one. And just noting too that Councillor Yuan is going to Chengdu and Wuxi. There are two Chinese sister cities. That cost is being met by China. It was a first invitation afforded to me off the back of recent conversations with the Consul General, which Yuan was part of. And when I was, of course, going to be somewhere else at the same time, it made sense to send our Chair of Economic Development to support Yuan in his role of trying to derive the very best value possible from our sister city relationships. And as you know, we have two in China, one in Japan, one in America, and EAP. So that work is underway, and we will get a report back when that work is further developed, because it's important to both myself, Angela and Yuan, who've had conversations about this, that we don't just have a sister city that is ceremonial sister city, but that we really get the best value we can for Hamiltonians. And so trade and economy will be a particular focus for Councillor Wilson in this upcoming trip. So thank you for that. Nothing else, because we've consultation. Well, you look, we were underway. We had a briefing on it yesterday for those that were able to attend. It's doing okay. 600, yeah, it's doing okay. Could it do better? Of course, we always think it should do better. We always want people to engage. So once again, I'm saying in the public realm, if people out there would like to hear from councillors, would like for us to come, we will send a panel of 2 or 3 councillors to them to speak with their groups, their interest groups. I've done about 4 with various councillors so far, and there's a few more rolling out. But the more that we can get our messaging out, the better it is. So if you know of someone that we could say, hey, do you want to hear from us? Let me know, and we'll support you to go out and do that work. So thank you. I know Louise has already been doing some work with the disability sector, so thank you for your work in that forum. Right, thanks, everyone. We've got a really important couple of topics coming up, particularly the 3 waters. So I will leave it there and move that my chair's report be accepted. Sorry, thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. Any questions? No. Any debate before we go to the vote? Can't see. Oh, hang on, wait. Any debate? No debate. Okay, thank you. We'll all go to the vote on the board. Oh, Councillor McIndoe, are you debating? Oh, sorry, no. Wrong button. Okay, we'll go to the vote on the voting tab on the. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
The motion is carried unanimously.
Right. Waters. I feel like much water has flowed under the bridge, Andrew, but there's still a deluge of issues to discuss. That's my metaphor for the day. Did you get that? Deluge? Under the bridge? Yep, okay. Yeah, it was a dad joke, actually, if it really was. All right. I was just trying. Thank you. Thank you. Andrew, could you be now the sensible one and take us forward on this topic?
It's not often I'm flawed for words. Anyway, hey, look, thank you very much for the time this morning. I have Peter Winder available online should there be any questions, but this report's largely an information report with staff recommendation to establish an elected member working group to work through the various options available to council and also to appoint a representative. So the resolutions in the report have been updated, Amy, with proposed names. So with that, I'm just happy to move to questions.
So, Sarah, are you putting, no, you didn't have a resolution to this one?
I was discussing it, but I think at this stage I'll wait for the working group.
Okay. So let's go into the discussion and questions, please. Oh, okay, I'll move it. That's helpful, thank you. Any questions? Councillor Wilson?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Paula, I just want to confirm, obviously the working group is going to help form up ideas and that may reflect your position at the Mayoral and Chairs Forum. Is that how you're thinking that's going to work?
Yes, yeah, so I think yeah, absolutely. I think I need to understand what the wider perspectives of the council are on the executive journey. And this will enable us to do a little bit of a drill in, but at the same time, keep our messages tight towards the other parties involved. I think the key part from here is to ensure that there is a regular, I've asked for this, it will be limited, a regular communication back to the wider council.
Thank you, Mayor Paula,
because
because
we'll be reporting back to council on a regular basis, on a monthly basis. And when the Mayor's Iwi Chairs Forum, there's a hui coming up in July, they're looking for some mandated direction from each council on what may be their direction at that stage. So I think there'll probably need to be, even though we'll have the working party and we'll have some briefings and we'll have a regular update here, I think we will have to pass some resolution so it gives Mayor Paula some mandated authority to go to that forum and put that forward.
thank you, Chief Executive Lance, because that was exactly going to be my next question, because I really want council to be able to give you the mandate, and the working group can't do that. They can guide you, but it has to be a resolution of council.
Yes, it does.
Because we do not want a repeat of our friends at Waipa in the past, I think, and where their mayor honestly thought he or she was reflecting council's will, and then it got unravelled at the last minute. So as long as it's going to come back to full council as a resolution, then I'm comfortable.
Absolutely.
It doesn't say that. It's,
Does it need to,
so maybe we need to add,
If I may.
yeah, but not in the resolution.
can we add
It
a
needs to be in the
phrase on the back,
resolution.
on the second part of F, maybe might resolve that? No authority to commit other than through formal resolution, regular, well, it does kind of say it, but regular reports back. Going to put an I? That's, okay. Amy's typing something. Anybody got some for the purpose?
And full council,
So
well,
I think you'd say
majority.
that future council or appropriate committee, and because it might be that timing would be Angela's committee or something, if, you know, all of council committees anyway. That's enough, really. That picks up that loose end, doesn't it, Ewan?
Yep, Lance, are you,
I think after notes that decisions of council's,
What form?
of council's Three Waters direction
yes,
will be sought via future reports
yep,
to council, the appropriate committee,
Yeah, that makes sense.
just to clarify it.
yeah, perfect, thank you.
Everybody happy with that?
Yep,
Councillor,
oh,
Take out those two words. Yeah, I think it's obvious.
waters,
Yep.
yep,
water done there.
Delivery of water services or something.
Yeah. Okay, is everybody happy with that?
Everyone?
Okay. Are you finished with your questions
yes,
for
thank you,
now?
Mayor Paul.
Councillor Thompson?
Thank you. My question was in regard to the mayoral forum, and it notes in the report that the first couple of stages of that decision making or milestones have been effectively completed, but my understanding is that many of the councils have not actually signed the draft position statement, and so could I guess understand from staff how their views around the way forward with the mayoral forum, and I guess the fact that actually some of those building blocks have not been achieved, in my view.
Look, I think that was at the meeting in Tikawiti was aired and became apparent, and we could see that in the room. I think when you look at the roadmap 3 and 4, that's where we and other councils need to get to, where the mayors can go into the July hui with some mandate and direction, well, a mandated direction from their council on whether they're prepared to sign that position statement, and or enter into discussions around options that might be pursued for an aggregated Waikato water entity, or otherwise whatever the councils may vote on. Because I think going to that hui, they're going to need clarity as all 11 councils in. Is it 7? Is it 1? Is it 2? What is it? And what are the options that they're going to be pursuing? Because they looked at 4 options, but I think at the hui in Tikawiti recently, it became apparent that it was a bit premature to start getting into the nitty-gritty of options before exactly what you said, that council's been able to look at the position statement. My personal view and professional view, I don't think we need to sign the position statement. I think the state of waters is pretty obvious, and I think the pathway we're following and mandating that through a resolution of council will be very clear to other parties about what our position is going forward.
Okay. And I assume we'll have a fairly clear position before the next forum, so.
Yeah, but our position may be that we are still pursuing a number of options and keeping an open mind, but obviously, as you know, that we're not clear on what's in those 2 tranches of legislation coming from government yet, and I think the devil will be in the detail going forward.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
We've already had a decision of council that we work across multiple options. Hamilton having its own water authority that people might join in with. The Tauranga working with the fast growth councils and the regional ones. So we've got a number of streams running concurrently under the direction of council. So,
And I think under the Local Government Act, we do have to look at options. You have to consider options with an open mind, and I think that's what we're doing, and we're doing that in a robust fashion.
yes. Any other questions on this? There's a lot of slight frowning going on. All right, well, no, it's all good. Okay, well, move to the vote. So we're a mover? What? Oh, we did already. Thank you. Sorry. It was already done. I was too efficient. It's been moved. Huh? Councillor Wilson.
I'll let the mover go.
I'm the mover. I don't really have very much to say. I just think this is a very useful way forward. I assure you that I will not be moving faster than council, especially in indicating any decision positions of us. I support Lance and the staff in their view that we should be exploring a number of options equally with an open mind to what they deliver. The business case may look really rosy for one and not the other. We can't know that until we have a look. And so this is what we're doing. Councillor Wilson.
Thanks, Mayor Paula. First of all, I want to express my feelings that this is probably the most important process currently facing this council and, in fact, every council in the country. I don't believe the mayoral forum is ideal, but it's the best option we have because we've seen historically that the mayoral forums have been used to try to gather thoughts, but clearly it doesn't necessarily reflect those thoughts of the broader elected members within the mayoral forum. Having said that, I think this working group, then a clear resolution from council will give the mayor a very clear mandate, and I have total faith in Mayor Paula that you will reflect this council's position, and I think we have a critical leadership role in that. I believe that the option to look at the three options is the right thing to do. I think the answer is in one of those. I remain concerned as an elected member of this council that we have chosen not to show the leadership that I would have liked to have seen by funding water meters in the next 10 years. And I think we do a disservice by not having shown that commitment, because we know, everyone knows, and I think everyone in this chamber now agrees that the first step to managing water long term is water meters to enable us to charge for use that will come as a logical step of either of those three options. And so we've taken this half-hearted step of funding the plan, but we've ignored the importance of funding the water meters. And so I remain concerned about that, and we'll raise that again post the hearings into the LTP, because I think we have to show that leadership.
Thank you, Councillor Wilson. Any other debate? Councillor Thompson.
Fully support today's resolution. Finding solutions for waters is the most important thing we can do as a council when it comes to rates affordability and securing the long-term future for the city, for both quality water services and growth. So I agree with Councillor Wilson. This is one of the most important decisions facing this council. And I think it's critical that we work with a lot of focus to ensure that we make a decision this political term on our direction and set things in motion this term, because otherwise we leave things in the hands of fate and we could do a whole heap of work and it all gets undone after the next election. So it's critical we work with focus. I think that we also, I'm very keen for us to be clear that, well, personally, I think it's important that we are a willing partner to the likes of Waikato District Council, who which right now is looking at their water care arrangement ending in June 2026. In Future Proof, we talk about boundaryless planning, we talk about collaboration. Now this is walking the talk. We can't go to government saying we want a sub-regional deal and we can't ask for the support from our neighbours and then turn around and close the door on them when it comes to collaboration on water. We also need to fund this transition through the LTP. I am extremely uncomfortable that right now our long-term plan has no funding for this transition work. I'm more uncomfortable than that than water meters. I appreciate Councillor Wilson's point on that, but the most pressing thing is actually after the end of June, having money to continue this work at pace. Yeah.
Sorry, Councillor Bitter.
Councillor Bidder, can you hear us?
Thank you, Mayor Buller. Water Care, Auckland Transport, our own airport, and pretty much every other council-controlled organisation that I've ever come across has had a serious lack of council control. So what I would like to see going forward in any discussions and negotiation is effort to actually keep control. And I think that is just very important for the whole future of this. So hopefully Lance, in his progress and negotiations and things, will keep that in the back of his mind. Thank you.
Anybody else? Otherwise, I will write a reply in this instance. I share with my colleagues that this is the most important decision that we'll make in this term of politics. When you consider that 30% of our forward infrastructure is waters-related infrastructure. Am I right in that fact? I think I am. And it's a massive part of the business that we do. We need to get it right. I just want to say that as well as who we work with, we need to look at how we finance this future, because we simply cannot afford at this present time to build all the water infrastructure that we need for this fast-growing city. We know that. And when you think about the Southern Wastewater Plant, which sits there in outer years with no funding, other than, you know, just to do the business case and the design, but no funding to build it, you know, at some time the rubber's going to hit the road and we're going to have to build a Southern Wastewater Plant and we're going to need money to do that. So all of the work that we're doing at the moment to explore the many, many funding tools that are available to us, private-public partnership, special purpose vehicles, LGFA, and a variety of other things. And, as Ewan rightly puts out, we must also consider user pays mechanisms as well. So all of that's in the mix, and it's quite complex. And I feel for the general public who aren't thinking about water service delivery every day of the week. They're just getting on with their lives and enjoying the benefits of turning on their tap and so forth. This does seem almost incomprehensible to them. And we do need to take them on a journey. And as we press forward, we need to give them the reasons for the thinking that we have, which is why I am excited to have this group of others with different thinking to come together with me to nut through some of this stuff. But as a council, sooner or later, we're going to have to come to a point of being united in the way that we deliver future at the best cost and best efficiency for Hamiltonians. All right, thank you. We'll go to the vote. Mark, thank you. Thank you, everyone. That is it. We're going to...
One moment.
Huh?
One moment.
Oh,
The motion is carried unanimously.
okay. We're resolution to exclude the public. Yeah, so that'll take about 5 minutes to go off, so we'll just have a stretch of legs and we'll start in the public excluded no later than 10 past 10.